Hello! I have not talked to you since 2023, even though this is not the first video I filmed, but this is probably going to be the first video posted. So that matters, right? Right. I am here because we are going to be talking about everything that happened in 2023 and then talking about everything that I have hopes for in 2024. First, we're going to start off with something that, I thought about doing a whole singular video for this. Considering how my reading year went in 2023, let's be real, if you've been here, you know. So I didn't think that a whole video was necessary. Hopefully that changes by the end of 2024. We're going to talk about 2023's top books. This is very chaotic. I can't film this like this. That makes no sense. Give me a second. Okay, that's better. My top 7 of 2023. I'm here with my pointer to go down the list until we get to number 1. And if you watch all my videos, you would already know what it is because I did a reading vlog for number 1, but there's many hints here. I have never tried doing this before with the ranking, like I'm Abby Lee Miller, okay? I have never done this before, so I really don't know if this is the most optimal way to film this. In last place, we have The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black, I believe. I should have written down the name of the authors on here. This is the last book in the Cruel Prince trilogy. I put off reading this book for a very, very, very long time because I just did not like the second one, and the second book slump is so real. I feel like I have encountered it so many times whenever I'm reading books, which is weird. I feel like it shouldn't happen that often. At the beginning of the year, the audiobook was available on Libby, and so I decided to get it, and it was one of the best decisions that I made last year around this time, and I have no regrets. It was so addicting from the jump, so interesting, and just really made me fall back in love with the characters. Kind of had the same energy as the first book, and so this one really sold me on it though, and I knew I need to buy the physical box set of these books. I need this trilogy. I need to own it physically. Good Girl by Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. This is the second book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. It took me a second. I'm gonna be real. I didn't connect with it right away. I put it down for quite a few weeks. It really wasn't hitting in the same way that I feel the first book did. Once again, that second book slump, it really gets you. But the thing is that this book really recovered in like the second half. I think it really, really picked up, and I got right back into the whole vibe of loving the characters, and I really loved the mystery. And even though, it was kind of like, it kind of unfolded very easily, I feel like it just was so interesting, and I really loved it. And I really need to read last book because the high that I had after reading the second one was just so good, and how it recovered in that way to even make it onto this list. Like, that doesn't always happen with the second book. So I think that one, they deserve their flowers over there because, yeah, they did that. The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. Female bodyguard for once. And she gets assigned to this actor who is really hot, and he needs a bodyguard because I feel like he has a stalker or something. I can't really remember, but it's she has to pretend to be his girlfriend. It's fake dating. And I know if you've been here recently, I'm not the biggest fan of fake dating, but something about this book. Now, this was fake dating that I liked. It was so good. It was so addicting, and it was such a simple story. Like, I don't really think that there's anything about it that really stands out or like makes it like. And I always say that because it does have such a simple, easy, everyday kind of like slice of life almost feeling. Like, there's nothing super huge in drama or anything like that. There is drama, don't get me wrong, but like, it just feels so like you just get in a lull. And I listened to the audiobook and I absolutely loved it. I need to own a physical of it ASAP. The fact that I don't own one is a crime. Oh my gosh. See, this is something that I also want to get down in 2024 because I would love to like make this work, but like I feel like this is just not, this makes no sense filming wise. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but we're already here, so we're gonna keep going. Beginning of the year, and then we'll show an image of me at the end of the year when I finally perfect this and get it down, so we can always do this because it's a lot of fun. 7 Days in June is about two adults who are authors, and they write totally different books. But they knew each other when they were teens, and they spent like 7 days together in June and then had to go their separate ways. And it's pretty much just about the love affair that they had then and how much love they have for each other still, and the growth that they have as individuals and then together. And I just remember being so obsessed with this book. And in third place, we have Lessons in Chemistry. Oh my goodness, I loved Lessons in Chemistry. I listened to the audiobook for this one. It was amazing. Amazing. I loved this. This takes place in like the 60s, maybe? I don't know. Sometime back then. It's about a housewife who has a cooking show, but she also, during that show, teaches housewives science and other things. The story took me through it. I was crying at one point, well, near tears. And it was just so good. And I loved it. I have not watched the show with Brie Larson. I have seen clips of it though, and I know it is on my watch list. I need to get to that. I just don't have Apple TV anymore because I only had it because I wanted to watch Crowded Room with Tom Holland, and obviously I was not going to keep paying for it from there on. So I used up my trial. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. Second place on the pyramid up here is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I loved this book. This book put me through it. It was adult relationship and just situations about a formerly married couple and how they navigate life and raising their kids and co-parenting and dealing with the traumas that they have from the time they were married. It's not like the kids are like babies. They're like preteen age. So it's really great to see this book, and I just really enjoyed it. It was so good. Last but not least, in first place, we have Think Pink. What are you thinking pink about? No, not the Barbie movie. We're talking about Happy Place by Emily Henry. Oh my gosh. What do I say about it? Because I've loved it so much. Like, I adore this book because it just felt like one big therapy session. If you want to know more about me, this book, I am the main character. I am that book. And it felt like so many points were made that I related to so much, and I cried, and I am going to buy every single version of this book. Paperbacks. I want the arcs. Like, give me everything. Everyone hates it. So I can't even say that I would recommend it because I feel like majority of people do not like this book. Because it's about two people who, like, they were engaged and then they stop being engaged, and then they go on a annual trip with their friends to the lake house, and they have to pretend. Once again, I'm faced with fake dating, even though I claim I don't like it. I don't know. When it's done right for me, okay? But yes, so they did that, and I loved it, adored it. I don't know what to say. It was just amazing. It changed my life. I never thought I would like an Emily Henry book, and yet here we are, and I love this, adore this, best book of the year. I don't regret it at all. I need more, actually. Okay, so that was a little experiment that I wanted to do, but I said that I'm never going to know how the whole pyramid idea on the blank wall will work if I don't try. When I have an idea for a video, I need to just do it. I don't have to go in with like everything perfect. Like even this mic situation, this was just like an idea that I had. I was like, I'm always talking with my hands, and sometimes I just feel like I need to hold something. So like having a mic to talk into and to also be able to have a little bit clearer of audio for certain chat videos would be so cool. And also when I want to do more chat like videos or reviews or something like that, this is cool for me. And it's like I have a podcast, but I don't have to have a podcast. You know what I'm saying? I also learned to not be so hard on myself. 2022, be so hard on my schedule. This is where we're gonna ramble and just chat and like catch up. When I think back to 2022, I was just so like amped up for this channel and like so excited about content. Even though I was doing so much, I was putting forth so much effort. I was prioritizing editing and filming over, you know, hanging out with friends or family and going home. During my first few months of having this channel, I really felt like, well, the stats even showed my videos were doing really well and I was growing very fast on this channel. And I just was like, okay, if we're going, like I did Vlogmas that year, I had a video that reached 1K views, like literally within the first month of it being uploaded. And I was a new channel, so I was just like, I need to keep going, I need to keep up this momentum, I need to keep putting out content. And I was like really excited about it and really hype. But I feel like that year I put so much effort into this channel and like wanting to see it grow. And like even Vlogmas, I did 22 videos. Half of them were real-time filmed and the other 11 were pre-filmed content. And 11 videos pre-filmed, you know how long that took? And like I wasn't getting paid for none of that. Like I was just going and I was so excited. And I think in 2023 I really started looking back at 2022 and seeing how much work I was putting into it, and I didn't get as much of the result as I thought I was going to from all of that work. And that's just being real. It does suck one way or another whenever you put in a lot of effort into something and like you don't get the results that you maybe expected. I'm still so grateful for all of the memories that I made that year and all the videos that I was able to do and to try, and all the reading vlogs and everyone who subscribed during that time. I am so thankful. And everyone who left comments and likes. Like I think my engagement was so good that year. It did suck, I think, also getting into 2023 and just kind of feeling like, do I want to have another year where I continue to put that much effort into something? Because like I really do love this and I love reading, and I was just like going, you know, do I want to do this again? And then I kept having like issues with my computer, or it was just like I was too busy to film, to read. And then I kept getting in reading slumps whenever I was free. And it was just like, I felt like everything was coming together to be like, you know, you just gotta stop with the channel. You know, it's not working, babe. It's not. And I think for a while I did just kind of give into that. And I was just like, maybe it's not meant to be. Should just stop making videos, because it's like I can just sit here and bug my friends about it. You know, like I can just bug them instead of taking the effort and time to like film and edit and all that stuff. So that's what I was thinking a lot of in 2023. Something about coming back around by the fall of 2023 really just made me feel like, no, I am having fun. And even if I'm not growing in the way that I thought I was going to in the beginning, that doesn't mean you just stop. If you're having fun doing something, you keep going. And the reason why I even made this channel was because I still have fun making videos. I want to talk about books and everything else that I'm interested in. So like, why not just keep doing that? And I'm really happy that I didn't. I'm really happy that I did Vlogmas this time. And I think my chill approach towards Vlogmas was just so much fun. I was filming like day 1, day 2, day 3, so on. But I took my time editing them and I didn't start posting them until a week after. And so I had them queued up back to back to back. And then when I was bored with it, I stopped. And I know I left you all hanging. I'm so sorry about that. Like I thought about that and I was like, ooh, I probably should have said something. When the new year came, I was like, oh my gosh, what video should I do first? I don't know what to do. Should I do a tier ranking of everything I read in 2023? Should I do my favorites and least favorites? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I was like, why don't I just put it all in one video? I have other goals in my personal life that I want to achieve, which are also going to take up a lot of time. Like, I need this to be as easy and free. Like I had my year, 2022 was my year of really being able to put forth that level of effort towards growth on this channel. I think the overthinking that I was doing in 2022 and how hard I was on myself about it, because I just felt like I felt like I had to prove something to myself, and I think also to people who told me when I decided that I was going to start this channel, because I had a channel prior to this. And I did have people tell me like, oh, you shouldn't leave that channel. You should just rebrand it and keep going, because it's going to be so hard for you to get that first 500 subs, that first 1,000 subs. It's going to be very, very hard. It would just be better for you to just do what you're doing or do what you want to do and go forth on that channel. I knew that it probably would be best for me to just start over. And so I did that. And that was something that was really scary. And it was just something that was hard also, because like starting over on a fresh channel on YouTube is just not easy. And sometimes I am like, I should have just kept that channel. But I'm so happy that I didn't, and I just listened to myself and I trusted myself and I kept going. And I feel like in 2022 I just wanted to prove that, it's not going to be hard for me to reach the first 500, 1,000. It's not, but it is. I still haven't reached it. And in 2023 I learned that, you know what, it's not important what they're thinking, it's important what I think. And it's like, I know that concept in other aspects, but something about being on social media in any way or form, no matter how much you try and be like a little removed from it, it still comes out making you feel like that. It's not always fun, but I definitely think that 2023 kind of helped me have a better relationship with it. Overall, I do think that I learned a lot about myself on this channel in 2023, and just how to chill out a little bit more and to just remember to have fun and just do what I want to do. Let's move on to the now, which is 2024, and talk about all of my ins and outs. I know that this trend is probably already gone off of Instagram and TikTok, but we are going to talk about it anyways because I already wrote it down, so we're going to do that. Let's go through all of the ins that I have for 2024, and they're all pretty much related to reading. First of all, we have library trips. I really want to start going to my local library a lot more. I know that I had a video or two back when I first opened this channel where I went to the library, and it was so cute. I could definitely go to the library and look up a lot more of the manga and comic books that they have there, because that's something that I definitely do not invest in myself. I have some manga, but that's mainly just for Sailor Moon. Physical TBRs are going to be so in for me. I am trying to get through my TBR that is physical. It is everywhere. It is in piles. It is taking over my space. Audiobooks are going to be my saving grace trying to get through my physical TBR. So they are going to help me, and I am going to love it. I stopped listening to audiobooks because I kind of just got sick of like having to put on like earphones or headphones to listen to them, because like sometimes I just feel like I can't focus. I can't focus on the audiobook if I just have it on speaker. And I also tried to like play it while like I'm cleaning or like taking a shower or whatever. No, I could not focus. I was like, what is this audiobook saying? Posting on my YouTube channel 1 time a week. I really want this to be my goal. I think another thing that I learned last year, that I probably should have wrote this down and said it, but posting 2 times a week is harder than I thought. I ran out of ideas and content so fast whenever I was trying to do 2 times a week, and I really should have just stuck to 1 time a week. I think that also kind of caused me a little bit of a burnout, or like, overthinking my channel and like feeling like, what the hell am I even doing? Because I just felt like I kept running out of ideas. I was just like, what am I going to do? Like, if I post 2 videos this week, what am I going to post next week? And after that, this is a big one. This is a big one that is going to be in this year. Book recs. I know. You're shocked. You're flabbergasted, because you cannot believe that I am actually going to post a book rec when I have never done one before. I know. She's growing up. I don't know. I feel like every single time I recommend a book to someone, they don't like it. And that has just ruined my confidence in believing that I am able to rec any book properly. I read books and I just always come out of it feeling like, oh my God, that was amazing. I loved it. Even when I was talking about Happy Place just now, and I literally said, I love it, but I don't know if I would recommend it to other people because everyone hated it. Who cares? Just make the video. I'm just going to recommend books. Why not? My goal is to do 2 book rec videos this year. two, one in the first half, one in the second half. And if I can achieve that, I feel like I am going to be the happiest girl by the end of the year. I'm sure somewhere in all of the books that I've actually rated 3 stars and up, or maybe even just 4 and 5 stars, somewhere in there have to be books that are actually legitimately good, and someone will be happy that I recommended it because they never would have checked it out otherwise. Reading what I want when I want. Oh my gosh. I feel like reading nowadays is just like so much like having to check, triple check, quadruple check everything. And I'm just like, why? I just want to read. Like, I'm always like overthinking, like, oh, should I do this for a video? Would this be better to do with a video? Should I read this with this book? Should I read this book before this book? Would this book be better? And I'm like, stop overthinking it. Just read what you want when you want. Stop trying to do that. If you want to film that day, just let it naturally come. You don't have to start filming a reading vlog before you start the book. You could just, be 50 pages in and just start the reading vlog. Just do it. Just go. Bookmarks. Oh my gosh, I never use bookmarks. I annotate, so I always use the tab thing for a bookmark, and I feel like I just need to buy actual bookmarks. There are some really pretty bookmarks out there, and I need to invest in a few because I really don't have many that are actually bookmarks. Like, I have paper. My Kindle. Yes, the thing that I bought way, way, way long ago, before this channel was even really a thought. And then I abandoned it. I have not charged it in probably 3 years now, and that's not good. it's currently sitting on waste of money status, but I really want to get back into it. I really want to try. I'm thinking about maybe getting some books on Libby and forcing myself to send them to my Kindle, so then I have to read them on there. But then I'm like, I feel like I would just, I don't know. It's like I'd rather be on my phone, but then I hate reading on my phone if it's not fan fiction. What is it about reading fan fiction on your phone that's different than reading an actual book on your phone? Like, I don't understand the disconnect in my mind about that. Buddy reading with friends. I want to do this so bad. One of my friends recently got into reading. Both want to buddy read together. And this kind of goes into my last so I think I'm going to mention it also, which is using Storygraph. I told her that, well, she found out that there is a feature on Storygraph where you can buddy read together. And even if one of you reads faster or slower, getting through it faster, whatever, you can leave notes or something as the progress goes. Like, you can say, like, oh, we're buddy reading this. And then as progress goes, you can leave your notes, and then when the person gets to that percent, the little note will show your reaction or whatever. I'm here for it. I'm gonna try again. For the last time, I'm going to try Storygraph. I have not been successful in continuing to update it in the past, but I really, really do want to try and use it. Out is overthinking what I'm reading. As I said before, just read what you want when you want. Like, stop overthinking it, Zoe. Just pick up the book and read it. You're a mood reader. Stop trying to read like someone who isn't a mood reader and just mood read. Last one that I had for outs, I'm sure there are other ones, but these are just the two that I thought of when I made this. Stop only listening to book talk. I go on TikTok and a book video comes up and they hold up a book and they hold up a book and they hold up a book, and I just remember those books and that's what I read. That's what I buy. I remember those covers, and so that's what I gravitate towards when I'm at the store. And it's like, stop. Also, that reminds me, also another out. Stop not reading the summaries of books. Oh my gosh. Like, hello. I need to start reading the summaries. I need to just know what the book is about when I go into it, instead of always wanting to go into a book knowing nothing. I need to know a little something. So I need to start reading them. I need to just find books on my own. Like, yes, judge the book by the cover, but also read the back cover and see if you are genuinely interested. Who cares what the rating is on Goodreads? Who cares what the rating is anywhere else, or what they're saying about it on TikTok, or what? Why don't you read it and find out? I think that would be amazing. But I feel like also the past few years, Book Talk has really just made it easy to just not have to do that stuff. Okay, so those are all of my in and outs for 2024. Oh, my reading goal. I should probably tell you what that is, right? I set it on Goodreads to be 18. I love the number 18. I can reach 18. I feel like I can reach anything. If I can do that, then I can definitely read 100 books, right? Right. I think I just need to do it. Like if I reach 18, I'm going to change it to 100. But I've never actually put 100 as my goal. Like I've always put it low because I think like if I go low, if I go high, then I'll feel like, yes. But why not do 100? Like just once. Like let's just say 100 once, see how it goes. Maybe it'll happen. I'm going through the 100 books that I read. We're all going to cheer because I did that. Just do it. That's going to be the motto this year. Just do it. Got to get some Nikes to celebrate that if it does happen. I think that's everything that we have to talk about today. That's a great chat. Great start to the year. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe. Leave some comments. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Diving into dreams, baby.